Hello, my name's Jared, and I'm here to talk about the bandsaw today. We got this machine over here in the wood shop. As you can see, right off the bat, it is very dirty. Let's clean that up first. Basically, what we have here, we got compressed air that we'll grab from one of these hoses from the metal shop or the wood shop, and within that, we're gonna spray that all the bits and pieces off so we can have a nice clean area to cut. The first main thing we want to get before cutting is safety. Safety first. So, of course, you got the usual closed-toed shoes on the bottom, and you got safety glasses, tied back hair, no loose hoodie strings. Roll your sleeves back. You don't want any of those clothes getting caught on the machine, just in case. We're gonna take this piece of stock, and we got the line here where we're gonna be cutting. Over here, we're gonna be lining this up with the stock, making sure it is aligned with a 1/4 inch. This has already been a line for this, but if you're going from scratch, this will always be down. Line it up to here. Always make sure it's up to height, 1/4 inch. Tighten, and once you're ready, now you're ready to cut. But you see the 2 points where I'm gonna be supporting the cut, one, it falls below the 4-inch rule, so I'll be using a push stick. Push sticks allow you to have basically a second hand without taking your hand and putting it close to the blade, which would be very unsafe. So after having all that, start your stock on the side. Do not start up against the wood. Don't start the wood up against the blade. That's the main thing. But after that, you're ready to cut. The other main thing is that after finishing your cut, when you press stop, you do not touch any of these pieces that come out. You wait for the blade to completely stop before you touch any of the parts or any areas that are right next to the blade. That will very much a safety hazard. So let's move on to relief cuts. Alrighty, so when you're trying to cut things in a circular shape, there's some very special things you gotta do. As you can see here, we're trying to cut like a really round edge over here, but with a bandsaw, it is not meant to cut circles or circular shapes very well when you're twisting around a piece. So in order to do that and being able to cut a circle, a half circle, or for this cylindrical area, we're gonna have to make relief cuts. So we take our Sharpie and we add just about like a couple lines over here as points that will go up against the line where we'll actually be cutting. These relief lines allow for the blade to not have a lot of stress when you're turning, and this will allow you to perform a circle cut or a cut that is relatively circular to be made. Let's get to the relief cuts. When we're going in, first step again, the new stock. This should always be on the bottom, but this is just right after we just cut that straight line on that piece. So line up here, 1/4 inch, tighten. When you, before seeing all this, as you go in, you go up to this line, and then that's when you stop. You stop the bandsaw, and you wait for the blade to fully stop before you back it out. You absolutely do not back it out while it's running. So we'll be doing this 4 times, and then one final cut for the circle shape. After we got the 4 relief cuts in here, we're gonna be lining up for the actual final cut. The way I think I'll be trying to do this is we're gonna be cutting over here and be using a push stick as we travel around the stock. All right, so now that we're ready to start this circular cut, another big key note is that when this blade is running, you never wanna put your blade, you never wanna reach over and grab a part. That's a no-no. Whenever you're working, you always keep your hands away from the blade at all costs. You're never reaching over, you're never crossing sides, but that's the main thing. So let's get to the cut. So after you have those relief cuts cut out and you have this final stock, you see I'm not perfectly on line, but that's when you get to use the other belts or circular sands and you can sand it into the piece you want it to be. But that's been the bandsaw. I've been Jared. Nice learning safety. But no, we're not done yet. Once you got all your cuts done, clear out all the pieces and get ready for the pneumatic compressed air, and then you're able to clean up your area. One final note, and this is the biggest note, we gotta put this blade guard back down. Alrighty, and that is bandsaw.